is I post random stuff. Today we are going to talk about Saturn. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and is the second largest in the solar system, after Jupiter. It is a gas giant with an average radius about 9.5 times that of Earth. It has only 1/8 average the density of Earth, however, it's larger than Saturn. It's larger volume. Saturn is 95 times more massive. The distance from Sun is 890.8 million miles, and the orbital period is 29 years to orbit around the Sun. The length of day is 0 days, 10 hours, and 34 minutes. The radius is 36,184 miles, and the mass is about... I'm not going to talk about the mass because I don't know what it is. It orbits the Sun. It has Titan, Enceladus, Memes. It has Titan, Enceladus, Memes, Tethys, Iapetus, Dione, Rhea, Hyperion, Epithemius, Pan, Phoebe, Telesto, Psyche, Eriopus, Pollack, Alaborix, Narvi, Irlac, Kibuk, how do you spell that one? I don't know. Lithone, Janus, Finner, Prometheus, Pennine, Ymir, Enith, Benihun, Aegean, Polydecus, Agir, Warnjot, Besla, Stranjaga, Forbauti, Hade, Badger, Lodge, Ciarnak, Tavors, Thramer, Sutinger, S/2006 S1, Creep, Tarkic, S2004 S2. There's so much of these. Saturn LVIII, I don't know what that number means, and S204 S17. And also about that, the measurements are Saturn is about 75,000 miles, 120,000 kilometers in diameter. It's about 10 times the diameter about Earth. About 764 Earths could fit inside Saturn. If you had a ball that was the size of Saturn, Saturn would be a little bit bigger than a soccer ball. Way bigger. The atmosphere and water. One of the four gas giants. Our atmosphere is one like that in Jupiter's. Hydrogen makes up nearly all of the atmosphere, with lesser amounts of helium and much lesser of methane and ammonia. It was discovered in 1610. Galileo was the first observed Saturn with a telescope in 1610. The temperature range. Saturn contains 3 layers of clouds. The upper layers of ammonia ice have temperatures from minus 250 Fahrenheit, minus 173 Celsius, to minus 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and 113 degrees Celsius. The next layer contains water ice with temperature minus 107 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 88 Celsius, to 26 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperatures in the lower layers climb as high as 134 degrees Fahrenheit, or 57 degrees Celsius. November 4, 2012 has been. 5 facts about Saturn. Saturn is huge and you cannot stand on Saturn. Its beautiful rings are not solid, and some of the bits are small as grains of sand. And the rings are huge, but very thin. And did you know other planets have rings? And Saturn could float in water because it's mostly made of gas. And the special facts are there are adorned with thousands of beautiful ringlets. Saturn is unique among the other planets. It does not have to planet have rings made of chunks and ice and rock, but None are as spectacular or as complicated as Saturn's, like fellow gas giant Jupiter. Saturn is a massive ball made of hydrogen and helium. Here are 10 facts about Saturn. Saturn is the least dense planet in the solar system. Saturn is actually a flattened ball. The first astronomers thought the rings were actually the moons. And Saturn has been visited 4 times by spacecraft. And Saturn has actually 62 moons. I didn't talk about all of them because I was too busy talking about, I didn't know how to pronounce those other rare moons. Here are 20 facts about Saturn. Saturn has 64 known moons orbiting it. At times, Saturn could be the 3rd brightest planet in the night sky. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, is the only moon in the solar system with an atmosphere. Saturn is about 79% hydrogen and 25% helium, with its minor traces of water, methane, and ammonia. Is Saturn hot or cold? Like the other gas giants, Saturn's surface is to atmosphere interface like a rather nebulous and likely has a small rocky core surrounded by liquid and a very thick atmosphere. Saturn is considerably colder than Jupiter, being further from with an average of a temperature about negative 235 degrees Fahrenheit. And does it rain diamonds on Saturn? About 10 million tons of diamonds rain down on Saturn each year. The new molecule is relatively heavy and attracted by the planet's gravity. It begins to be drawn downwards. Why does Saturn float on water? In fact, it's because the mass of Saturn is low enough such that the overall density of Saturn is less the density of liquid water on Earth. Why is Saturn known as the ringing planet? Rings. Saturn's rings are known to be pieces of comets, asteroids, or shattered moons that broke up before they reached the planet, torn apart by Saturn's powerful gravity. They are made of billions of small chunks of ice and rock coated with other materials such as dust. Can we breathe on Saturn? Second, like the rest of the planet, the atmosphere consists 75% hydrogen and 25% helium, which means there's little to no oxygen, which means there will be little breathing to no breathing, like this. Like that. Why is Saturn the best planet? The planet Saturn truly massive and stunningly beautiful with rings. It is home to amazing moons like Titan. The planet Saturn is probably the best known and most beautiful planet in the solar system. Saturn's rings are by far the more extensive and more easily seen than those of any other planet. How many rings do Saturn have? When viewed from a distance, Saturn displays 7 distinctive rings, according to NASA. These are simply named as the first 7 letters of the alphabet. This doesn't correspond to the distance from the planet. Distance from the planet, but the order in which they were discovered. So, the last question. Who discovered Saturn? Astronomer Galileo Galilei. In 1610, Italian Galileo Galilei was the first to gaze at Saturn through a telescope. To his surprise, a pair of objects on the either side of the planet. Now here's the 2 actual last questions. Can you land on Saturn? It's an enormous planet. If it's 70 and 60 Earths can fit inside. But hold up, we can't visit Saturn and skip over the best part of it, the iconic rings. Saturn's rings are, we don't know. We will never know. And this is the last question. How old are the rings of Saturn? Between 10 million and 100 million years old. They've been considered to possibly be very old, dating to the formation of Saturn itself. However, from Cassini suggest data, they are much younger, having the most likely formed in the last 100 million years, and may thus be between 10 million and 100 million years old. That's it. Thanks for watching. I really want you to like and subscribe because we need 1,000 subs. We're partnering with Somaliland DASs, so we will get 1K subs. We are canceling the promotion when we all hit 1,000 subs. But Somaliland DASs is almost there, and we're not even there. We're not even close. So make sure to give me some. I'm crying, actually. I'm actually crying because I want 1K subs. I want to cancel our partnership. Please. I still like him. By me not knowing this moon, I'm sorry. I know how it's pronounced now. It's pronounced Iapetus. Please forgive me, guys. I'm telling you a new word. Iapetus. Saturn's moon. Iapetus. It has a very mean radius. Iapetus. Iapetus. Tell me that you know this word now. Tell me that you know it. Use it. Use it in a sentence.